I was framed by McCray. I'll never play this game again.
You won America's Choice.
Oh my God, I love you, brother.
Hello everyone, we're here. The show's getting started, finally. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. So much has happened since Wednesday night. And we are so excited because we've got Wil here from The Wil Show. Love talking to him. You can follow me at Twitter at ComedyJonah. And who do I got with me?
I'm Cleo. You can follow me at Miss Cleo BB on Twitter. And I'm very excited to be here with the entire cast of BB14. I mean, BB16, BB16, and 14, and 15.
You're so excited you can't even talk. All right, and Wil.
I'm Wil from The Wil Show. You can find me at your trashiest bar down the street in the women's restroom. Or at Wil Heuser on Twitter.
And where can we find the BB16 saga?
The BB16 saga. Well, first of all, www.thewilshow.com. That's Wil with one L, because why is it one L?
Yeah, because ain't nobody got time for 2 L's.
Yes! Ain't nobody got time for it. So that's in YouTube. Oh! I'm sorry. I gotta dip low for a second for that. I'm coming back. I love a drum kick. Sorry. I burnt myself with my curling iron earlier, so I'm trying to hide that. Yeah, it looks horrible, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus. Anyways, hi.
Can we just talk about first how epic your last BB saga was? The take on drunk history was incredible, and the production value was amazing, and it was just hilarious. So, props.
Well, thank you so much. Well, I got to give a shout out to my friend Chad Sogfleth, who has an amazing production company, NoDef.tv. He came over and we got inebriatedly drunk. Like, what nobody realizes is I vomited in between every take, like throughout the course of the video. Like the last take when I'm like, listen, this is what it is. And my eyes are so bloodshot. That was the third time I had vomited. I'm never drinking whiskey again in my life. I'm not doing it. Oh my God.
I definitely believe that you were drunk. That was for sure. And
well, you know I love to drink.
So, Wil, you're incorporating a lot of songs with the season of Big Brother. What are some of the songs? I know one of them is a Madonna song, right?
Am I on pitch? Okay, got it. This house is killing me. Satan has taken me, but I don't wanna float and leave. Won't you give me POV? Give me POV, I don't wanna leave. Come on, Donnie, why don't you rescue me? I feel the Lord's power in me now. Donnie, give me POV. I twist and twist, because I did not want to say but first, but now I will.
I did Like a Prayer, because I mean, that's a classic. And we have the beautiful gift of Jocasta, which is, and I know I've had a couple of people being like, you know, why are you hating on religion? I am 100% not hating on religion. I'm just parroting what she's saying and doing. I have ultimate respect for whatever your religion is, whatever you believe in. it's just what she brings I'm taking. So, but I love it because it's really funny.
It's just comedy, people. It's just comedy.
It's just comedy.
You introduced me to Miley Cyrus songs. I still sing your version of "We Can't." It's our party. We will. I don't know what the song title is, but
I can't even remember.
Oh my God. That and you did one other Miley song, but you did Aaron Make Me Some Rice. Da 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 da.
Make some rice and we will stop and we will talk. Hey there, Helen, go make some rice. I said it wrong. I messed up my own lyrics.
No, yeah, it was. I can't remember the exact lyrics, but da 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 ding. Julia's Chinese. Would you go make me some rice? No. This is our house. This is my house.
This is my home. And we will stop. Yeah. Or we will walk. Or oh my God.
Do your Alyssa the like.
What do you mean? Oh my God, that is I'm not going to dream.
So, well, what do some of the other previous house guests think of your imitations of them? Do they like them? Have you gotten any shit?
Honestly, there's been one person who has been really nasty about it.
Devin?
No. Devin is freaking awesome. He actually is a really sweet, nice guy. What people forget, and when you're in the house, you're playing a game, number one. Mm-hmm. Everybody is acting or being somebody else. And number two, you're in an extreme environment. You are out of your realm, your limits, and everybody comes up differently. I have totally different friendships with everybody that I was in my house with. Everyone is so different outside of the house.
Well, can I be honest? I when I first found out that you were in the Big Brother 14 cast, this is before the season started, I thought the Will that we see now is kind of what we were going to get during BB14. And you were a lot more subdued in the house, and I thought we were going to get it would be a little more Frankie-ish.
What version you saw? I loved all the outfits.
Well, no. There were a couple great. There were, of course, a couple of great nights, but in general, you played it.
I was boring.
Played it safe. You were playing it boring a little bit.
Well, I went into the house with every intention of being exactly who I was, but at the same time, I was aware of, I've been on reality TV before, and you never know how you're going to be edited, and I was really terrified of being a laughing stock of whatever again. But then it was really hard. I feed off of everyone around me, and that's what gives me energy and fun. And I was in a situation in a house where I literally felt like a prune. I was sucked dried. I was in a house with at that point I felt all these fucking rednecks with all these people. Get me out of this house. Sorry, I can't. Should I not cuss? So.
No, you can totally cuss. That's fine. It's a girls show. So don't worry about it. And believe me. I know how editing is because I never know how I'm going to be edited on your reality recap. So, but real quick, I want to shout out, if you're watching via Twitter or YouTube, you can also join our website at yourrealityrecaps.com/live show. Join the discussion. We are monitoring our chat room. Join the chat room. See what everyone else is saying. Look at all the questions and stuff, and view all of our BB content at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB16, and also join our Twitter feed for our live BB updates. Will, I have a question, and this
thumbs
is
up,
thumbs up everything, videos, everything. So I want to ask, what has out of the relationships, because you were just talking about house guests and everybody's different in the house, and just afterwards, what relationship or friendship you have now with a previous house guest surprised you the most?
100% Mike Boogie.
Okay.
Not Janelle?
Well, you know what? I'm closest with Janelle and Mike and Frank. Those are the people I keep in touch with, and yeah, I guess Janelle's a surprise. Well, the way
That
it
was a joke. That was a joke because I infamously make fun of your pinky swear and how karma works its magic in the BB house all the time.
Tricky editors, I tell you what.
Sorry.
It just worked out that way. If I would have voted to keep her, she still would have gone home.
I'm just playing with. I got a great.
No, I know you are. I always get a kick out of it because everyone's like, "You voted out Janelle. If you would have been, if I was on her side, she still was gonna go home, no matter what." So it's like, why do I get the fall of it? But no, Janelle, like I said, outside of the house, she's lovely, wonderful.
I've heard great things about her outside the house.
She's a ball of fun and really, really sweet. Mike, though, is the biggest surprise. He really is a genuinely, and he's probably not going to like me saying this, he's a really nice, wonderful, he's a good friend and a nice person. He's not an evil guy. He's not an asshole at all. He does the right thing on every occasion, and he's an upstanding, wonderful citizen of America. So...
Awesome. I salute you and Mike.
I would just to follow up on the thing about your concern about your edit. I think the feedsters would have. I don't know if you ever watched the feeds before, but I think the feed watchers would have loved. They loved when you got drunk and put on a show. So.
Why don't they give the house guys more alcohol? Come on, God.
That's what I would do.
I don't know if it's because some people might be in recovery this season. I know Devin.
Don't drink. Come on, we're all responsible. Look at me as I hold my glass up. We're all responsible.
I came to my office because I have better internet connection here, and I have a cup of coffee that's like 3 days old.
Diet Mountain Dew right here.
Fuck both of you. I'm going to drink this 3-day-old coffee.
You go, girl. I'm going to drink the gin martini.
Cheers, queers.
Is it a gin martini? Is it dirty?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how I like it.
Dirty.
That's my favorite drink is a dirty gin martini.
Have you had Hendrick's gin before?
Duh. Is the sky blue?
Well, I'm glad we all like it dirty.
My favorite.
I'm curious, Will, what goes into... describe the week of... just after you end one episode of film, of uploading a Wil saga, BB16 saga, how does the week play out for you? What goes into creating one of these sagas?
Well, I start off, I go to a bender and I hook up my veins to some black tar heroin.
All right.
I will come visit you.
No, you need to come visit me. So I work during the week. I took on, I'm helping out with marketing with my family business, and so Monday through Friday I'm 9 to 5. So during the weekend, I basically from Friday to Sunday I am #BB Saga the Wil Show all the way. Friday I'm at JCPenney's or Dillard's or Marshall's or
Goodwill.
Where else do I go? And I buy the clothes and I return them. So I get all the clothes I need for the sketch, and then the next week I return them. But I'm really cool about it. I go to like all the different. I shouldn't be telling this live, should I?
It's okay.
I don't think they're watching. Clothes at JCPenney's and I do not return them.
Of course not. Of course not.
Just wardrobes, tons.
And then when it gets complicated is when I have to do the music. So, like tonight, I'm talking with you guys, and when I get off here, I'll do my song tonight, which will probably take around 5 hours. And then tomorrow I will film. And what's really crazy is I only spend about, at the maximum, 10 minutes per character on camera. It's really quick, but what it's getting into character and doing, because I'm big on the little details, a mole or the way your hair goes, or just getting someone right enough to where you can accurately portray them. But then I'll spend an hour doing Donnie, and then he's only in the sketch for 2 seconds. It's really stupid. I need to figure out how to time management.
Well, this season,
Mhm.
sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. What?
This season, I think you've nailed the cast more than ever before. And I want to know, who's your favorite character? Who's your favorite house guest to play?
Okay, house guest. This season, I have to say, Jocasta has been really fun. It's a risky thing because of blackface and everything. That's always.
Yeah.
But again, everyone,
Don't get me started. But...
Don't hate to
but it's
just comedy.
It's not like I don't think it's that. Whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you guys say? I didn't hear you.
No, it's cool. Who do you think you? I think you look most like Christine and Frankie.
Oh my God, we could be sisters.
It's
both of them.
It's eerie. Yeah. That do you think your best looks are Frankie and Christine, or who do you think?
I think I can emulate Christine the best because we freakishly do look a lot alike. I'm shocked by that because I feel like I do the worst job at Frankie. I have the hardest time portraying him.
I think it's the look, though. It's just.
It's just.
I love
that you trying to find a wig that was.
Exactly. I love the side-by-side photos that you have on your Twitter, where we could see kind of the differences. Oh my gosh!
I love the dance montages when it's just you, but you're the entire house dancing in unison.
Oh my gosh! Who doesn't love a dance break?
Right?
Come on.
It's yeah.
Thank you.
It must take a hell of a lot of time. But
it does.
Speaking of Frankie, we've got Vincent in our chat room. He's also on Twitter. Says, "What do you think about Frankie, Will?"
Hey there. I think Frankie is probably one of the most exciting house guests. Interesting to watch. He's so funny. He's so he's great in the DR. I know that there are people that will disagree with me, but I think he's really great at coming from, we know every season there's always one gay that gets cast. Yeah. And I think that he has trumped all of us. I think he's done a great job. And even though he said that I was boring.
Womp womp. I don't think so. Yeah.
Do you think his edit is accurate?
Well, I don't know because I actually have not watched the live feeds that much this season because despite how much I love the cast on the show, the way that they edit it, I think the live feeds are really, really fucking boring.
It's kind of a loaded question. It's his accurate's very
Wait, what do you mean? Hold on.
Because they portray him as the narrator, sort of the mind of reason and logic and the mastermind of the house controlling everything, and he's not.
Nobody is. That's the big joke.
Yeah, but they give him all of the anytime someone does a boneheaded move, you get Frankie's doing a diary room being like, duh, how could you do something so stupid? When I'm sure 75% of them are saying the same exact thing during their diary rooms. That's what
you're 100% right. And I'm still under contract until the end of this season, so there's not too much I can say. But what I will say is that it's pretty, when you have somebody that, actually I think it's pretty sad that CBS is basically relying on Ariana Grande this season.
Don't even get me started.
And listen, I love Alyssa, I love Rachel, but they did the same thing last year. It's just, why do you pick one person and go at it? Robin Cast does an amazing job. They have a great casting. They always pick really interesting people. And then there are it's a shame, a lot of the really good people that are no-name people that nobody knows. I mean, that's what Big Brother's known for, are these personalities and making these people, you know, but we don't get a chance to get to know them because they focus all on these people that you think you want to know.
That's that's a fair point. The only difference, don't apologize. I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off. The only difference is that last year, at least Alyssa, her sister, was someone that all of the BB community knew. I feel like Ariana Grande's demographic is not the demographic that watches Big Brother, and I don't think that CBS. I mean, I haven't checked the ratings, but I really don't believe that they got any much help from her fan base because of Frankie on the show.
I would agree. I don't. It's not a fan base that matches at all.
Yeah, but it totally doesn't match. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that she did pull some of her fans over. Like, hey, everybody, watch. I mean, she gets thousands and thousands of retweets.
I mean, she retweeted one of my videos 3 weeks ago, and I had a huge boost. And I love you, Ariana Grande, for retweeting my video. Yes. No, she's amazing. She's great, and so is Frankie. They're both great. They're both awesome. I think the problem is that the production company. Why are you focusing? Stop. Hey, no, I can't say that. I'm going to shut up.
Now, Will, I got a question.
You did a great job, CBS.
I got a question for you, and I'm going to do a Wendy Williams. Can we talk? Can we talk? The burning question?
Let's talk.
Right? We've got Jennifer Klein via Twitter in our chat room saying, what do you think of Frankie and Zach's friendship? Can we talk?
I'm jealous.
Oh my God, so am I.
I'm so jealous.
You are, Cleo.
So am I.
So jealous. I'm so jealous I look like a troll.
On your season, if you were to have a friendship like that in your season, who would it have been?
Frank Udi. Hottest guy in the house.
Hottest ass in the house, for sure.
Best ass.
Best ass.
And you talk about the ultimate gentleman of the millennium. Frank Udi is Prince Charming, hands down. He is. Outside of the house, like, he is Prince Charming. He is.
Really?
He's the person you want to take home to your mom and dad.
He's America's favorite. He won America's
favorite.
As
he should be. I mean, he was pretty cocky on the show, but outside of it, he really is America's favorite. He's a gem.
Take home to mom and dad and then lock him back up in your dungeon.
And on that note, just to go back to Frankie, I think not that the Joker's poll is scientific, but it's a good reflection of the fan general consensus. Fans tend to aren't so hot on Frankie this season. And they're much more to Zach, and it's just because going into this week, I think depending on what happens with the veto, I think the plan is to possibly backdoor Frankie. And
let's talk about
fill me in because I have not had a moment.
Exactly.
Sure.
All right.
What's going on? Can we do spoilers?
We're gonna do spoilers right now, and
do
Cleo,
it now.
Will says do it now, so we're going to do it now. So, Cleo, you want to lead the spoilers? Because I got some stuff too, okay?
Okay.
Wait. Are you,
sorry. What did you do? Wait, hold on.
All right. Spoilers. Okay, so Thursday night's episode.
Wait, hold on. Were you asking hold on, stop.
Okay.
Were you asking a question?
No, he wasn't. He's confused.
I'm confused.
Okay, so, Will, we're doing spoilers. The Thursday night's episode, we left the house guests. Everyone was getting the questions right. Julie's like, we ran out of time. We didn't see
you later.
We didn't see who was the HOH. Well, we've got all of those spoilers now. So everyone who doesn't want to hear them, plug your ears, take your earbuds out, whatever you need to do, because we know that Donnie and Nicole won HOH. Right, Cleo?
No, I'm glad Nicole won. I'm glad Nicole won. Donnie, I was real excited about Donnie when he was on the cast, but now I'm like, just get him out. He's boring. Oh.
So now we've got Dommy. Look at this. Jen's kicking in well.
Connie. Let's call him Connie.
Connie voted Victoria.
Connie and Nicole.
And so Donnie nominated Caleb and Victoria.
Yes.
Nicole nominated Zach and Jacosta. Zach offered to go on the block, which I don't have a problem with because he was probably going to get nominated anyway, and just gave himself two chances to save himself. The talk around the house is a plan to backdoor Frankie this week, if they can. And oh yeah, so today's POV. Tell us what you're feeling, Will.
Poor Frankie. Poor Frankie.
I know, poor Frankie, but I hope they pull it off.
Yeah.
Sorry, because that's too awesome. It'll fuck up production. They'll be like, wait, this has been our whole season.
I totally agree. So far things are rolling into oh my God, I'm knocking on wood because I don't want to jinx myself, but the good thing is that the veto players were picked, and the worst case scenario would be Frankie getting picked. I thought it was going to be a bag full of Frankie chips.
Right, but let's talk about who won the Battle of the Block. Come on, girl.
Wait, who won it? Oh, wait, what happened?
So the Battle of the... Okay, go ahead, Cleo.
So Caleb and Victoria won Battle of the Block. And got some punishments as well, like Caleb had to shave his head, and now he's tied to Victoria for like 48 hours.
And dressed like Adam and Eve.
Yeah. And so Dottie was dethroned.
They take drugs. These people that make up this stuff.
I know, right?
Yeah. So Dottie was dethroned. Nicole is the reigning HOH. Zach and Jocasta are still on the block, and today.
Stop it! You're making me giggle.
Sorry, Jocasta's on the block again.
Again.
Yeah, bring, block. Oh hi. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. The block's on the phone. Hello. Yeah, I get it. I have a recurring appointment. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. No, so today's veto, the worst case scenario would be if Frankie got picked and then won, and then he was safe for this week, but he wasn't. And
he didn't get picked for veto?
No. So the veto players are Nicole, Zach, Jocasta, Christine, is it Victoria?
Yeah.
And
you want to see my impression of Victoria?
And Caleb. So Caleb, Victoria, and Christine with the nominees in HOH. So basically, I think everybody except Zach and Jocasta are going to try to throw this competition, and it's looking kind of good. Knock on wood.
I will say, as much as I like Frankie, they would be really smart to get him out.
Absolutely.
Clever.
Yes. Well, because he's a production favorite too,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have any like special powers or twists lined up like Pandora's box to save him. It's too late. Like. So it's like now is the time to get him out, and I think they're all realizing it in the house. So,
but here's my thing, and this is what happened last season: is a lot of the interesting big players all went home quickly.
Yeah.
And then we were left with, and I'm sorry.
Well, no, this is I think this is the stage.
We were left with a really boring finale. We were.
I think we've gotten all the first 5 boots have been the recruits who weren't gamers. We've got a lot of great people still in the house, so I would not worry about that.
Yeah.
This I think is a matter of like the Helen versus Amanda thing, like last year, and they're going after one of the people that's controlling the house, and it's going to really shake things up and for the better, I think.
I completely agree with you in this case because, see, I always I have a hard time separating the game from, because I view it's a TV show, it's a show, and when if Frankie goes home, I feel like we're going to get to know and experience all these other people a lot more.
Yes.
And we're going to get, I think it's going to get a lot more interesting, and it's not going to be just the Frankie show. And, I think for their sake, I think it's a good move so that they can get some airtime and we can have a more dynamic season.
It's a good move for their game and for their airtime, right? So we can get to know them.
Yes. I mean, they might not get backstage tickets, but...
Yeah, personally, I think a lot of I think a lot of people are going to be sucking up to Frankie post-season. I'm talking about like house guests, current and former, to try to, enjoy all the benefits that Ariana's fame might get them or not, but we'll see. But I think it'll be good for the show. It'll be good for the feedsters, and yeah.
No, I think it's good too. Also, too, some more spoilers. The have-nots are Cody, Hayden, and Frankie, and the only thing they have for have-nots is key lime pie, not key.
They can't have slop.
And slop.
Pea lime pie.
Key lime pie.
Key lime pie and slop.
Urine.
Pea is like in piss.
Like in pea soup. The little green peas.
Okay.
You golden shower queens, what's going on here?
I told you these people are on drugs.
Yeah.
They're on drugs. Black tar heroin.
We've got an awesome question in the chat room via Twitter from Heather Ragsdale. Says, out of all the house guests you've played, who has been the hardest to pull off? Ever.
Ever. I know there is one, and I didn't even impersonate them last season. Oh crap!
I'm dying to know who the one that's upset with your impersonation.
No, well, this is the thing:
It's
is that if I don't impersonate you, it means you're boring. And you're uninteresting. So if I do parody you, it's a compliment because you're really interesting and I find you fascinating. Let's see, the hardest. Oh God. Shit. I'm blanking.
First one that pops in your head, just anybody, just like you thought about it, the wig, the makeup.
Wait. Wait. Derek this season. No, I'm sorry. No. I have it. He's really, really cute, but Cody this season is a total dud. I hate trying to impersonate him.
He's hard to impersonate.
Yeah.
He's kind of faded into the background a lot lately.
I don't know. Like it's like status quo. It's hard to.
Yeah. I have a question. Going back to Frankie, and I know it's going to be just to fill you in, Will. On the feeds, Frankie throws Zach under the bus a lot with the other house guests. Mm-hmm. That's kind of why a lot of people aren't too keen on him. I was wondering overnight if maybe as much crap as I give Frankie, is he maybe doing this to try to give the rest of the house the perception that he isn't as tight with Zach as people all might think, and this whole Zanky isn't really that real? And is it deliberate, or is he just a selfish prick?
I mean, you never really want from my perspective, you never want your. Well, first of all, I'm no one to be talking about Big Brother game because I lost. So my opinion doesn't really matter. Because I suck at it.
Because you're the only one on the show that's been in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
I lost, but I'll tell you what's going to make you win. Those who can't win, those who lose, tell you how to win. I would think that would be a game move because you don't want to give away your alliances, and I mean.
Well, because here's this is why I think it. It's because the diary room informed Frankie that Zanky is big on social media. And I think Frankie is in this for the fame.
There's no way the diary room would have informed them.
They did. They did. Because
how do you know? Tell me how you know.
They said so. They said so on the feeds. And they used to call themselves Zranky, but then all of a sudden they started calling themselves Zanky.
I find that so hard to believe. I don't know. Because the diary room, those people don't give you jack shit information. So they said, wait, hold on, refresh me. So they told Zach and Frankie that they were known as Zanky?
Yes.
And how do we know this?
Because they said so.
I would be willing to bet that they're lying and they made it up. And
Come on, Cleo, you said it.
No, listen, production is not allowed to do that. They are not allowed to do that. That is like huge no-no.
Well.
And listen, and I have my qualms and bullshit with production, but that is like they are not allowed to do that. Like you are not allowed to know anything about anything, but maybe things have changed.
Anyone in the chat room want to back me up because I know that I've heard this repeatedly. So
have you? Well, you know what? I will tell you, like, because I'm not like saying that I am pro production because there are certain things that definitely. Anytime there's a challenge, oh God, I'm just gonna say it. Anytime there's a challenge with a ball, or you have to pick a color, or you have to pick a thing, you pick that color for a reason. And they give you that color for a reason, like whether it's something might be magnetized or something might be heavier than something might be. Like that kind of stuff does. But when you're in the DR, like they are uber strict about what they tell you. And I'd be shocked if that really happened. But there are things that do happen, and now I'm just talking gibberish. Anyway, sorry.
No worries. So I've got something that I want to do. Is kind of just shift gears.
The conversation.
Totally shifting gears a little bit. We've got Jamie on Twitter, and she is a loyal viewer, and she has had this question for the longest time. I actually asked her to save it. She's at Just a BB-aholic. She says, speaking of Jocasta, can you give us a sample? Can you all of us give us a sample of how Jocasta speaks? So we have to imitate her. And Will, you're last. You get to do that.
Okay.
You're probably the best. So Cleo, you're first. Jocasta, speak in Jocasta.
Do it.
Oh God, I got Veto.
I didn't know if I had to call 911.
Hello, block. Wait.
All right, and scene. All right. Oh gosh, this is such a complicated. So what did she do? Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Lord Jesus Christ first for just being my savior, for giving me a collective of bow ties to wear, for allowing me to pack all these bow ties to wear on the show, and for just letting me get through this week and all your votes. And I pray for all of you. And even if you don't vote for me, I'll still pray for you. All right, well.
How do I top that? You guys covered all the bases. How do I top that?
Oh, come on. You could totally
You are the chameleon.
Yeah.
Well, at first, I got to give a shout-out to my man, Lord Jesus Christ. He's right there, you know. And I got to give a shout-out to Jocasta because she's here. You know me, girl. Mm-hmm. And I got to say hi to my family, all my kids, Chiquita, Chiquita. I love you all. Thank you, Kristen, for taking care of my kids. And I love you, Jesus.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I almost peed a little bit. Oh,
yeah, I think I have to change my drawers. I just peed.
Oh,
I love it. It's constant entertainment.
So
Thank you, CBS, for casting Jocasta.
She is gold. So we're coming up on a double elimination.
Thank God, I love a double elimination.
But we have so many freaking challenges. You know, they're barely getting through them during a regular week. How are they going to fit in the Battle of the Block, then the Veto?
They're not. I think this is the end of. There's no more dual HOHs.
There's
Yeah,
not going to be any. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
that's how I think the battle. This will be the last week that they do the double HOHs. It'll revert to a regular season, don't you think?
Yeah.
It has to, because there's just not enough time. They'll be exhausted. The house guests. Will, what is your take on the new spin this year? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I loved it. I thought it made it so much more interesting. I thought it made the risk higher. It definitely, even though, I mean, we still had like sleeper weeks where it was a little bit boring, it's still like, I think it was whoever came up with the idea, kudos to you. I think it was I've enjoyed it. I think it's been interesting. It was better than last season's twist.
With the MVP and all of that.
Right.
Alyssa will win. Frankie will win. He will make the choices. Alyssa and Frankie will win. Rachel will win. They will all win.
I think it's great that every single week the veto's been used, which I don't recall a season in recent memory where someone's used the veto every single week, and not to save themselves, or not always to save themselves.
I mean, this season they made. I mean, they aren't big moves, but at least they made moves that have been interesting, and it's not, I mean, I don't think Amber would have been the person that I would have necessarily targeted. But at the same point, though, you got to think, normally the competitions towards the end of it get pretty even-keeled to where anyone can win it, and she's a tough competitor, and the big buff guy that can hang on for an endurance or do whatever, those end competitions don't really go in their favor. So maybe it was a smart idea to get rid of her. I don't know.
Team America got $5,000 apiece for deciding that Amber was a good competitor.
What a stupid, they should have voted against her. That was such a dumb, I'm starting to not like Donnie, I'm sorry. That was so stupid.
But that wouldn't have been good for his game. They would have figured it out.
I know. It would not have been good for my game. I know this. I just want to eat a Pop-Tart.
How much did you love his family segment?
I came into this game to play with my morals and have good. This is not a moral game. I found out that. Shut up. Evict yourself. Evict yourself if you came in to be yourself. Because that doesn't bullshit. I tried that. It doesn't work. You rape the bitches.
It's out of character if I were to accuse somebody voting the other way. It just wouldn't be part of my character.
I'm sorry, America. Y'all are watching this show and paying. I mean, you're giving, but I'm not gonna do what you want.
Now, what is your take about all of them thinking, because Donnie didn't have hair on his legs, that he was a secret agent or he was some kind of Navy SEAL or whatever the hell they thought?
I'm just going to drink my 3-day-old coffee. Oh, it's all good.
I'm going to drink my
idiot. Well, the biggest idiot in the house is fucking Caleb. I'm sorry, that kid. In BB history, that guy is delusional. Yeah. I've never seen somebody on the show that was so delusional. And I see where he's coming from, because he is envisioning what America and what the viewer and how he's being edited. He thinks he's being edited as the romantic cowboy, that everyone loves him, that Amber broke his heart, and that he's this tough beast. And you saw it. He's like, I'm the king of this house. You're not the king of this house. You aren't even the janitor, because no one would hire you in this house.
If you were, you'd be fired, because the house is a mess.
Oh, my God.
I think there have been a couple of Big Brother house guests in the last couple seasons who have been a little delusional when it comes to their perception of themselves versus reality. But
right. Okay, let's give our
top names.
Who's your top? Who's your top one?
I apologized to her, and I promised her I wouldn't go after her.
Just do it. She'll be fine.
Danielle from your season. Oh, it's the block calling.
Well, that leads to a really good question about Caleb. We've got Joan Rose on our chat room via Facebook. Says, Will, how do you feel about Caleb representing Kentucky?
I thought he's from
you know what? Well, first of all, no disrespect to Kentucky, but I am a Louisvillian, not a Kentuckian, and that sounds really crappy, but there's a big difference. I love Kentucky. I'm proud to be Kentuckian, but he can do whatever he wants with Kentucky. He doesn't represent Louisville, so I'm fine. I love you, Louisville.
Well, we hope it's not what he wants to do with Amber.
She needs to protect herself. She needs to.
So, Cleo, I have something for you via Twitter. We've got Sunflower BB says, Frankie said right on the live feeds, I am glad they told us about Zenki.
Told you.
I can't, I'm sure that person got fired.
Well, but Frankie isn't a regular house guest, though.
If somebody told them any information about outside, they're fired. That person that told them that is fired, because you can't. I mean, that's what drove all of us crazy, is not knowing anything. Like, you don't know how you're being perceived. You don't know anything. Like
You don't think they bend the rules for someone who's
absolutely not? Like, I do not. My opinion, my experience, what I went through, what I do, and I always give CBS lots of props, because I really, despite the competitions, everything else live, they do a really amazing job of actually, it's reality. It's a dysfunctional reality, but it really is reality. It's reality of that moment, and they, I don't know, that person needs to be fired if they told them that. That's unfair. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of the game. Like, it is a mental, time
right.
warp. And he should not know that. And if they did tell him that, fuck you, CBS, because I would have loved it if you would have told me that. I don't know.
But is it fair? Is it fair to have someone? Is it fair to have a public vote for something like Team America, where one of the people in the house has a sister with 60 million plus followers on Twitter, and the guy has 500,000 of his own? Like, is that fair?
No, but Big Brother's not fair.
Well, so
when has Big Brother ever been fair?
So then why is this an exception?
Because contractually, they're not. They can't do that. That is not, like, maybe the contract has changed. Maybe the rules have changed. My season, and every season before my season, if you were told something like that, it can't happen. You cannot.
I do not condone it. I'm repeating the message.
Well, if that happened, then fuck you, CBS.
There you go. All right, we've got another question.
If you told them about Zenki, fuck you. Because I would have liked to know that my mother had a cold on Tuesday.
Exactly. Or, my sister sneezed. All right, we've got a question on Twitter from Vince at TVJunkie38340. Says, would Will ever consider shaving his gorgeous mane bald like Caleb did in order to win a comp?
The only way I would shave my head is if it was to support somebody else. I don't know, like...
or like a charity? Like,
yeah. If it would make a difference and it would be important, I'd totally, in a heartbeat. It's fucking hair.
Right.
But if it's not going to make a difference, I'm keeping it on my head. But if shaving my head would help something or a cause, gone, done. I have 58 wigs.
To win a competition, you would not...
No.
So what do we think about Caleb telling everyone, listen, I've got this tattoo on my head and it's not appropriate and I shouldn't shave my head, and of course we all know it's bullshit because he shaved his head and there's no tattoo.
And there wasn't a tattoo.
No.
I didn't know he.
How do I know more than you, Cleo?
This is why I want him to stay in the house as long as possible, because he comes up with these stories that are just bizarre. Like,
he's like the Joe of my season. My father was an Elvis Presley impersonator. I think I was mad. He did a 15-city nationwide tour. He was nominated for a Grammy Award. No.
So so to continue the Zenke saga, we've got N. Garcia via Twitter on our chat room says, I think CBS just asked Frankie about Zenke because he always talked about it on the feeds, is how it maybe kind of got leaked a little bit. Would that make more sense?
Maybe they said, like, even still, that's
I guess the bottom line is, the reason why we brought it up to begin with is Frankie motivated to do actions or change his gameplay if he knows that Zenke is a thing and will probably give him more TV time and more attention?
I mean, I'm not him, so I can't...
You impersonate him very well.
Right. Well, I have to say, I'm not him, so I can't...
Right.
But as a viewer... and as someone who's been in entertainment since I was 14 years old, and I'm not going to lie to you, when I went on Big Brother, I went on it, with the hopes of something, more that would come out of it, and someone like him, I would think, who is in Broadway, is in entertainment, his sister, obviously, duh.
Yep.
Yeah.
That, because... if you make a character out of yourself, the more TV time you get, like, if he was smart, which I think that's what he's doing, you work it as much as you can. And I know that, like, learning about BB the last few years and getting to know Big Brother and all these people, like, I just lost my train of thought. Where was I going?
I think you were talking about how his ultimate goal is to, make some, not be the end of his career.
Right. It's winning the show. Just because you win the show doesn't mean you lose.
Right.
So you make the most of it while you're on it.
Right.
But I do have to say that knowing the show now and knowing everyone that watches it, like, I get really pissed off when they cast people that aren't Big Brother fans. Like, it's funny. I feel like I'm a recruit. Like,
Why
feel like
explain that?
No, because I feel it was unfair that I got casted. Because I knew about Big Brother, but I wasn't a super fan. I feel like, like someone like Ian that won my season, he deserves to win it. He knows the show. He studied it. He 100% deserves that. And, like, this season, let's see,
Christine and Nicole.
There are 10 recruits.
I feel like they deserve it. They deserve more than anybody to, make it to jury, to have a chance to win the show. Like, they know it inside and out, and,
Well, here's the thing. All of the recruits, all the people evicted so far have been recruits.
Right.
And another way to look at it is, when you have super fans on the show, it gets much harder to do the whole expect the unexpected, because super fans know how to expect things. Because even though this season has had a lot of mix-ups with competitions, it's still the same sort of thing, and you kind of want to surprise people and keep that surprise. And the way you got to do it is sometimes bring in people who don't know what the hell they're doing, because they're also the most likely to get into fights, the most likely to, do dumb things that, because people like Adam from season 13 who play it really, really safe and aren't the most entertaining.
The tricks of the trade, That's
Absolutely.
why an all-star season might not necessarily be the best idea for them to do, because it could be really freaking boring because everybody knows each other's games.
I think they shot their load, proverbially speaking, with having season 13 and 14. A lot of the people that they would have ordinarily put in an all-star season, they used them for 13.
Burned it out, 100%. Yeah. I agree with you.
So I think
they made for really. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, Will. Interrupt her anytime you want.
I sat down for the first time and watched my season this past spring. I had only watched a few episodes of it, and I, quite frankly, thought it was really boring.
Of your season?
I thought the coach's twist was really boring in it compared to, if you compare season 14 to season 15, having all new fresh faces, and not that season 15 was the best cast because they kind of sucked. Sorry. But it was far more interesting than my season. So.
And Garcia wants to know, do you prefer this season or last season?
For the live feeds, I don't like this season, but for the show, I think it's like going back to step one. I feel like we're back to a regular season of Big Brother, and it's interesting and good characters. The live feeds are uber boring. I can't even stand to watch them. It's like I'd rather put this telephone in my mouth.
Drink that 4-day-old coffee.
There's none of it left.
I think we've had a few dull weeks, admittedly, this season, but I think we're in for an incredibly exciting endgame, and the second half of the season is going to be explosive. And we've got all of the gamers still left in the house, all of the fans still left. It's going to be like one of those Survivor seasons when you get out all the early on, and then once you merge, once the journey starts, it's going to get bloody and it's going to be fun.
So we've got X Marcusor on Twitter asks, if Zach doesn't win the veto, who would you like to see win it instead?
Wait, what did you say?
X Marcusor on Twitter says, if Zach doesn't win the veto, who would you like to see win it instead?
Oh. Who's playing in the veto comp? Because I'm new to I haven't heard of it.
Jacosta's on the block, Nicole's HOH, then Christine, Caleb, and Victoria.
I would like to see Christine win it.
Why?
But I don't think she'll make a move right now.
What about Jocasta? Will we like to see take herself off the block as many times as she's been on it?
No. I think she would probably burst into feathers or something if she did, so that might be exciting. I don't know.
I think anyone who will take one of them off the block is who I want to win. And I think most of them will either throw it or just, like Victoria, Jocasta, they're not very good players. Caleb won, but it was kind of a crapshoot. Who knows?
I think anybody that gets the HOH-itis and or feels like they are in control of the house, i.e. Caleb, Frankie, Zach, this early in the season, you need to get the fuck out.
Zach, I don't think is in that category. I think Frankie...
Do you think that he doesn't feel like he's in control?
No, Frankie and Derek are the ones who are controlling the house right now.
Well, I said the people that feel they're in control.
Okay. Well, I don't know if Caleb really thinks he's in control of the house. I don't know.
He's wearing a crown. Okay. I mean, even look at his goodbye message to Amber, which was just weird.
But that's like masculine, showboating. I don't think he really believes that he can control who goes up. Like, he never has a say in who gets nominated.
He does. Like what Frankie was saying on Thursday's episode. He thinks he put up Amber, but he didn't, right?
Well, okay, Amber aside, now, does he... I haven't gotten the impression that he thinks he's in charge of anything. That's just me.
Okay, I am Caleb, and I show up at your doorstep. What do you do?
Hide. His clothes off.
Hide.
Rips his clothes off. Hey, honey, come on in.
Hide the sticks. Why?
I am Zach, and I show up on your doorstep. What would you do?
Take my clothes off and ask him to cuddle.
I am Julie Chen, and I show up on your doorstep. What would you do?
Ask for a job.
I would
Let's
hand her
say-
a warm blanket and wrap it around her and say, "Stop being so cold."
I'd be like, stop, talk, and walk inside the house.
Stop, talk, and walk into my sauna because you're a very cold woman. You need to warm up. Just because you're taking selfies with everybody doesn't mean you're fun.
The shade of it all.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. Don't apologize.
Don't even apologize. All right, we've got Jen. We've got Jen in the chat room says, who thinks that Jocasta will get sick and bedridden if she doesn't win the veto?
God.
When is she ever not? When is she ever not?
Oh, God.
Jocasta, it's okay. You have my vote. You have my
Lord,
vote.
bless me, child. Lord Jesus.
Okay, let's say the nominations stay the same. Who do you think is going home?
Wait,
So let's say if Jocasta and Zach are on the block. What do you think will be what's going to happen?
Zach.
I disagree.
You think they're going to keep Zach?
Yep. I think the guys, because he's a vote for Cody and Derek and Frank, like because they can't control Jocasta. They have no relationship with her whatsoever. They have no control over her. If she were to win HOH in the double eviction, they're screwed. But
Well,
this is another thing. Okay.
Sorry, you need to think about the history of how they voted so far. There have been people, i.e. Devin, that you could keep in the house that are bigger targets that you got to look at their voting history. Like in most likelihood, this cast will vote the bigger target out. That's what they've done every eviction so far. So, and he's ruffled enough feathers. He's
actually, but see, this is another thing where the feeds are different than the edited show that I don't think you're seeing. Is that Zach isn't as much of a shit. He's not as crazy.
No, he's a sweet guy. He's really nice, and he totally hands it up for the camera, and it's super annoying.
But
he's not a villain.
They portray him as a villain on the show, though, and he's not. He does have a lot of solid connections with the guys in the house and the detonators and stuff. What do you think, John?
With what? I'm sorry.
About Jocasta and Zach.
I think they should keep Jocasta. Who cares? She doesn't win anything, and even if she happens to win an HOH, you still have 2 attempts to get yourself off the block. I think Jocasta should be removed, and I think the whole thing with backdooring Frankie and putting Zach and Frankie up against each other so they can't campaign, and Zanky is finally kind of squashed, would be very interesting.
But why don't you think, even though Jocasta can't win, what about the fact that she is a vote against you if you're like one of the other guys on the other side of the house?
Right.
You know she's not going to vote with you, so I don't know. She's
voted with the house so far. Everybody has.
Right.
Is she really that strong of an opinionated player? I mean,
no.
She's the ultimate floater. She's going to go with whoever's.
Yeah.
It comes down to guys like Derek, Cody, Hayden, Frankie. If they're in the house together and they have to worry about having the votes, having their back the next time someone's HOH, you don't want to have Donnie, Nicole, Hayden, and Jocasta as a voting block against you. That's the reason why I feel like it's in their interest to keep Zach over someone who they do not. Jocasta is not going to ever vote to keep them if they're on the block.
Yeah, but I think Jocasta, I think you can get in her ear pretty good. I think I agree with Will. She is the ultimate floater. So if she happened to get HOH, I think, having people give their opinions, I think she's pretty flexible, and then would sit in the HOH room and say, okay, let me ask God.
Well, this is the thing, is this is assuming that she's aware of who's in power in the house. Do you think that she really understands that these guys have this power and she's gonna...
I just know that she has no loyalty to them is my point.
Who does she have loyalty to? Donnie?
God and Dottie. Yeah.
That's it. So, and she's in a house with a lot of them.
Sorry.
Hello?
It's the block caller, Jocasta. Jocasta cannot come to the phone.
She can't. She's busy.
All right, guys.
We'll see what the house guests do. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we'll start wrapping it up a little bit. We'll take a couple more questions. Will, I know you're super busy after this, so...
I have to pee.
And you have to pay.
I've got to pee real bad.
We've got Shannon Foley in the chat room saying, who do we think Derek is loyal to, besides maybe just Team America?
Derek is loyal to...
Derek?
Whoever he needs to be loyal to that week.
Derek is loyal to...
Okay.
Oh, wait, I was thinking about Cody. No, we're talking about Derek. What is Derek?
Yeah.
I had Cody on my mind. Derek is loyal to...
We all have Cody on our mind.
Bad sock hats. And the same pair of glasses that everyone wears. Seriously, stop the glasses.
Okay.
I have a question that I know the answer to that I think would shock most people, because I did meet you at the Big Brother 14 rap party, Will.
That's a good rap story.
How tall are you? Let everybody know how tall you are.
I'm 6'1". I'm pretty tall.
Are you really?
It's insane, you guys. He's.
Is he like Eric Curto tall?
Yeah.
Leo? Yeah. It's shocking how tall Eric is.
I don't know why I didn't think you were tall or whatever, but it's kind of. I walked up to you and it's like, hello, Fabio. Whoa, you're tall. Like. The Big Brother casts tall people for some reason. A lot of house guests are tall.
Well, last season wasn't season 14. You had Mike, who is 6'3". Frank is 6'2". They were the tallest people in our cast, and
Mike is 6'3".
Yeah, he's huge. He's super tall. Yeah.
Wow.
And Frank is they're both really, really tall. And so, like, when you put, I look like a midget compared to them. But no, I'm 6'1".
All right, Cleo, any final thoughts? We're going to wrap it up. Will's got to pee.
Well,
produce.
Will, I adore you. I adore your sagas. I thank you so much for joining us today. You were an awesome guest, and I definitely look forward to the rest of the season of your shows. And I am shitting bricks right now about what's going to happen this week.
I know.
I hope. Pray for Zach, everybody. Pray for Zach. Follow me. Yeah, it's just I get when I'm nervous, I feel like pooping, and So you can you can find me on Twitter at Miss Cleo BB.
All right, Will. Where can we find you and all your fabulous media?
Well, I'm going to go back. Reality Recaps, thank you guys so much for having me on. You guys are the bomb.com, and I am an avid follower of Miss Cleo.
Oh.
Since day one. You're always, when I go onto Twitter every morning, it's always Cleo pops up, and I'm like, what?
I know, with all the half-naked pictures. And where can we find you?
Okay, always thewilshow.com, Will with one L, because ain't nobody got time for two L's. Or just Google hashtag the BB16 saga. Every Monday night at 9 p.m. there'll be a new episode. And even when Big Brother's over, every night at 9 p.m. on thewilshow.com, there will be new music video parodies, political parodies, everything you want to see and laugh and escape from your daily grind. Thanks for watching.
Oh, and everybody, if you haven't seen his Mom Jeans parody, you gotta see it.
It's epic. I beat Tina Fey to the catch.
Oh, God, it's so good. It's so good.
All right,
everyone always asks me. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your questions. on Twitter at hashtag YRRLive and in our chat room. Follow me at Comedy Jonah. Follow us at Reality Recaps. All of our BB content is at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB16. Follow our live feed updates. We have tons of Big Brother 16 content we are bringing you. Big thanks to Will for being here. We love you. We needed a girls chat, and you
Chat.
You brought it, girl. Okay, until next Wednesday, we are crossing our fingers. We're going to have Amber on our recap show for Wednesday. So,
is she going to be there?
So we want all the positive mojo to send it out. Send it out.
Is she going to be on the show?
Yeah.
Do you know for sure?
That's what we're getting out the mojo for.
I love her. I think she's
great. We're so excited. All right, guys, until Wednesday night, we will see you later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye for now.
Hello?
You are just a bitch that swallowed cum on camera to be famous.
Andy.
Hey.
Bitch, you are fucking stupid.
I feel like you're being hypocritical.
That fucking hoe. Go away.
Alright, I'll stop talking now.
Nobody cares about you.
Is that it?
Die.
Oh.
Swallow pill.
Um.
I fucking hate you. Hate the capital fucking H, bitch.
I appreciate that, so thank you.
Slit your wrist.
Yeah.
Hang yourself.
Yeah.
Do it on camera so we can see it and laugh.
So,
Fucking die, bitch.
I love you, Andy. Bye.
Ariana Belgrande.